Hello all, welcome to part 3 of XML tutorial. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate how to use DOM with XML. So let's get started. First of all, what is DOM? DOM stands for Document Object Model. DOM stands for Document Object Model. Using DOM, we can represent the files like HTML and XML into an object-oriented tree structure, which looks something like this. Okay, we can represent the XML and HTML files like this object-oriented tree structure. For example, here we have a sample XML file. The root XML tag we have is food list. And if you compare this XML file with this DOM tree structure, you see on the top we have the food list. Under the food list, we have multiple food items. 1, 2, 3, 4 food items. Okay, just go back here. Here under the food list, we have first food item, second food item, third food item, and fourth food item. Okay, now you can understand the diagram, right? DOM representation of the XML file here. And each and every food item is having an attribute and value, right? If you go back here, you see this food item is having an attribute known as type with some value like Italian. Okay, here is also type Italian, here type Chinese, type American. Okay, so those can be represented here. Type Italian, type Chinese, type American. Okay, four food items. Under this food items, under this food items, we have name and cost. Under this food, each and every food item, we have name and cost. Under this name, we have the name as pizza, cost as $10. Okay, for this food item, name is pasta and cost is $5. For this food item, name is noodles and cost is $6. Here, name is burger and cost is $8. If you see this diagram, okay, food list, four food items with the attributes like type Italian, type Chinese, American, and all. And each and every food item has name and cost. The name is pizza, cost is $10. Okay. You see, each and everything is an object representation here. Okay. We are representing the XML in DOM format. So here food item, name cost, name is pasta, cost is $5. Name is noodles, cost is $6. Okay. The last food item, name burger, cost dollar each. Okay. Fine, guys. So this is how a object-oriented tree structure will look like for a particular XML document. Okay, for an XML document. Fine. Now, who will use this DOM? Who will use this DOM? DOM will be used by some programming languages like JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript with the help of DOM interacts or accesses and modifies the elements. Okay, JavaScript uses this DOM to access and modify the elements in the XML or HTML file. So how this can be possible? How JavaScript can use DOM and access or modify the elements of an XML or HTML? Let me demonstrate with an XML file, guys. Okay, let me demonstrate some code. For that, guys, I'll open this Visual Studio Code IDE. Okay, I'll open this Visual Studio Code IDE, and here I'll create a sample HTML file. Say demo dot practical demonstration I'm doing, guys. How JavaScript can use DOM and access and modify the elements of an XML file. I'm going to demonstrate practically here. So I'll create a HTML, guys, starting of the HTML and ending of the HTML. And here we'll have both inside the HTML, we have the head and child tags, head tag. And here is a, you should have some basics of HTML and JavaScript, guys, to understand this. Okay. So which I have covered in other video sessions. Okay. In this series, I'm focusing only on XML, but if you have to learn something about HTML from scratch, or if you want to learn JavaScript from scratch, then you have to refer other videos, guys. Okay. Now here, fine. So body and head I'm creating. I will not touch the body, guys. I will not touch the body. So I'll only touch the head section here. I'll put a title for this HTML. Let's say some title. Say XML DOM. Okay, XML DOM is the title, let's say. And here under this, to write the JavaScript code in HTML, we have to provide script tags. In between the script tags, I have to write the JavaScript code. Okay. So I'll start writing the JavaScript code here. This JavaScript code is going to use DOM as a means to access and modify the elements of an XML. Okay. Fine. So here I'll create a variable first. I'll say XML text. Okay, XML content or XML text is equal to. I'll provide this double quotes here, and here I'll go to this okay sample XML file. I can take this entire file, guys, but it will be very complex. Okay, for my demonstration, I can take this entire XML content, but it is very lengthy, so I'll not take this for a while. I'll only take this section. Okay, let's say this portion I am taking from XML. Okay, this is also an XML, right? From here to here I am taking. I'll copy this and go here and paste. Okay, so only this portion I am taking. So I'll just move everything into a single line. Only that section or portion I am doing that. What else we have here also? Just done. Okay. So here you see you are using for attribute value you are using double quotes. Here it's starting with double quotes. Better convert to single quotes, guys. Okay. You can either put double quotes or single quotes for attribute values. In this case, you can put single quotes. Okay, to avoid the confusion. And here it's stopping here. Okay, the content is starting here and ending here. This is the entire XML content. Okay, or if you want to use this particular thing in multiple lines, you can use like this also, guys. You just provide double quotes here. Okay, so 1 minute. Just move it to the new line and just put a plus icon here. Okay, like this also is possible, guys. Okay, you can move this, say double quote. Okay, now let it look like a real XML file. Okay, so finally plus icon. Okay, like this also you can represent in your file. Then here plus double quote. Okay, I think this is enough. I'll just move this to a bit left side so that you see food item to food item, and in between we have name and cost. Now it looks like a sample portion of XML, right? That's fine. Okay, either you can represent in a single line or this multiple lines using this plus concatenation icon. Fine. Now guys, what's the next step? We have the XML content ready, and we want the JavaScript to, okay, we want the JavaScript to uh, I mean access the elements of this XML with the help of DOM. Okay, but how can the JavaScript can, okay, how can the JavaScript can access or modify these elements of this XML file with the help of DOM? For that we need some parser known as DOM parser, guys. Okay, so I'll create an object for the DOM parser here in JavaScript. DOM parser like this. Okay, so let me type again, guys, just to see whether I am making any mistakes. DOM new DOM parser. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, I'm just creating an object for the DOM parser here like this, and I'll assign it to let parser. Okay, object reference parser. Now I'll say parser dot. I have to parse this XML file and convert that into a DOM structure. Okay. Okay. So using this parser, I have to convert this XML into a DOM. So I have to say parser dot parse from string. Okay. Automatically you are getting this function in this Visual Studio Code IDE. Parse from string like this. Okay. Which string? This particular string I have to parse from. Okay. I have to convert this XML string type to DOM type. So first here I'll say XML text. Whatever I have to parse, that is XML text, that is there in the XML text, comma. How do I have to parse? I have to parse in, what is this content all about? This content is all about XML. Okay, I'm parsing the XML. So I'm providing the text slash XML here. And the result of this is let XML DOM. Okay, you will get XML DOM here. Okay, now using this XML DOM doc or whatever it is, or you can say XML doc also. Okay, it's an XML doc, let's say. Now I can write, guys. Okay, what I can write using JavaScript. Now I can access. Okay, once you get this XML doc, which is a representation of DOM representation of this particular XML text. Now using that, we will say XML doc dot get elements by tag name. Okay, get elements by tag name. Which element you want? You see here a lot of elements are there. Food item, name, cost, food item are there, right? They have the tag names. I want to find out this food item. So here I'll say food item. Okay, food item. And I have to, because here elements is there, so you have to put 0 here because it's not a singular, right? Either 0 1 you have to provide. Okay, let's say food item, the first one is anyhow 0. So I'll say the square brackets I'll provide 0 guys. This will represent the first food item. Okay. Here only one food item is there. So we can go with this model. Now dot node name. I'll say node name. What is the name of the node here? What is the name of this tag here? What is the name of this particular node here? That is food item. So the food item will be returned here. Okay. I'll just store that into some, okay, some name or something. Okay. Some value or something. I'll just say, okay, whatever it is. And here, this particular thing I want to display on the web page. I want to display this particular, whatever this resultant of this DOM expressions, right? For XML, I want to display the value on the web pages. For that, guys, we have to write like this: document dot write. Okay, this will be because this is a HTML file, right? On the web page, if you say document dot write, it will be displayed on the web page. This value I want to print. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'll just copy this and paste it here, guys. Okay, that's it. Document dot write. Now, if I say right click, open with live server, you see food item is coming here on the web page, right? Food item is coming on the web page. Now go back. Instead of saying node name, I'll say dot child nodes. Okay, child nodes. If I say child nodes, this food item has name and cost as the, okay, this food item has name and cost as the child nodes. So if I have to refer the first child node, I have to give here child nodes of 0. This will take the first one. Okay, that is name. So I want to get this tag name, I mean node name. So for that, again the same command, that is node name I have to use. Node name I have to use, put a semicolon here. So the node name will be written for this child node, that is okay, name, and will be saved here. And when you print it on the web page, again if I say open with live server, you see this time name got printed, name got displayed on the web page. Okay, that's the output. That means you are able to access the, okay, using the JavaScript using this DOM to access the elements, okay, access and modify the elements of this XML here. Okay, fine. Next one, guys. Next one. I'll just move it like this so that you can see complete. Now, what I'm going to do is here I'll remove this part. Now I want to get this pizza printed. Okay, pizza retrieved from the DOM. Okay, JavaScript has used DOM to access the pizza from this XML. For that, what I have to do is dot. This is all DOM, guys. Whatever you are writing here is a DOM statements. Okay, in JavaScript. So dot child nodes of. So for this name, what is a child node? Pizza is a child node. If you see the diagram properly again, under the name, we have the another child node. Okay, food item has a child node, that is name. Name has a child node, that is pizza. So from here again, we have to go to the child node. Only one child node is there, that is pizza. Food item has two children node, that is name and cost. Whereas name has only one child node, that is pizza. So here, the Visual Studio Code, again I have to say, this will give you name, guys. Okay, this part is up to name. But again, I have to go to pizza. Pizza is a child of this name. So I have to say child nodes of 0 here. Now, this time I have to say node value. Okay, not node name. This is a name, whereas this is value. Node value. Put a semicolon here. This time pizza will be assigned to value and pizza will be printed on the output of the web page. You see, pizza got printed. Done. Similarly, I want to get cost. If you want to get cost, guys, again go back here. Till here, just remove. So this will locate food item. And now we are saying child nodes of 0. 0 means name. Whereas if I say child node of 1, that will be nothing but cost. Now here I'll say at the end node name. Okay, I have to say node name. This will give you the cost, guys. Okay, now if I say cost will be printed on the web page. Okay, go back and here again I want to find the cost value. Okay, this value node I want. Okay, for that, after the child node, for this cost node, this $10 is a child node, right? $10 is a child node. You see, for the cost node, $10 is a child node. So what I have to do here, I have to say dot child nodes of 1 dot node value. I have to say, okay, this time $10 will be assigned to value and value will be printed on the web page. You see, okay, nothing came here. There may be some problem in my code. Let's see. Okay, here 0, guys. Sorry, I gave 1. I just, okay, open with live server. You will get $10 here. Okay, like this, you can access everything, guys. There is one more thing you can access, that is this attribute value you can access. Okay, you can get this attribute. How to get this attribute? the value of the attribute. For example, here Italian is there. I want to get that Italian. For that, guys, what is the tag that is having this Italian attribute value for this type? Food item, right? So this will locate the food item. We already know that. Till here, food item will be located. Now say dot get attribute. Okay, inside this circular brackets, you have to say what type of what is the attribute name for which you want to get the value. Type is the attribute name. Just type here. Okay, just give the attribute name, guys. You will get the value here. Now run this. You will get Italian retrieved. So you see here we are using JavaScript, and JavaScript is taking the help of DOM to access the elements of this XML text, right? So guys, this is a practical demonstration. Okay, this is a practical demonstration that I wanted to do about XML DOM. Okay, so hope guys you understood what exactly is DOM and how DOM will be represented for XML and HTML documents in this object-oriented tree structure. And you understood the hierarchy, right? The root element, child elements, and each and everything was a child element, right? And how to use JavaScript to access the elements of this XML using DOM. Everything got practically demonstrated in this session. So that's it, guys. This is all about XML DOM. See you in the next video session. Thank you. Bye.